Good afternoon, my children. See, today we will try to learn what is attitude change and what are the cognitive consistency theories to explain the attitude change. We will see this. Now, if you take the attitude, actually, attitudes are learned from the environment. You know that the attitudes are learned from the environment. Attitudes are generally not inherited. The role of heredity is very, very, very less. Now, see, the attitudes are not permanent. Attitudes are not permanent. It will change. Today you like someone, tomorrow you may not like. Today you may not like, tomorrow you may like. Attitudes are dynamic in nature. Dynamic means they are keep on changing. Now, attitudes in the formative stage will change quickly. See, when you do the comparison of a beginning phase of an attitude means you start liking someone or you start disliking someone. It just started now. In such condition, attitudes are in the formative stage and they will change very quickly. But once a well-established attitude, once an attitude is totally or well-established, it will not change quickly. So these are the points we need to know about the attitude change. Now let us see cognitive consistency theories to explain the attitude change. This term you have to understand first. Cognitive consistency. We have different theories to explain the attitude change process. Within this, as per your syllabus, you see, concept of balance by Fritz Heider, cognitive dissonance by Leon Festinger and Carl Smith. These two theories together have a name called cognitive consistency theories. Why means both the two theories are explaining how an imbalanced attitude situation is going to become balanced. So let us see one by one, my children. The first one is concept of balance. This theory was proposed by Fritz Heider, beta. My children, you see, concept of balance was proposed by Fritz Heider. And this theory, popularly known as POX triangle theory. POX triangle means Fritz Heider tried to explain the attitude change among three people. How the attitude change will take place among the three people or two people on one particular topic. So he created a triangle form, my children, here. P means person, O means other person, X means the third person. You see, P is the first person, O is the second person, X is the third person. Or you can take it. P is the first person, O is the second person, X is a topic. Any way you can fix it here. Now, you see, P is the person whose attitude you are going to study. O is another person. X is the third person or the topic. This is I told to you people now. Now, balance and imbalance, what exactly you need to understand. You see the triangle forms created here actually, this image you see. This is just, I have given this image to you. Self, policy, precedent, you see. All the three sides are positive. All the three sides are positive means balance. Rest of the two triangles you see, my children, one side is positive, two sides are negative. That is also balance. Now let's come down three imbalanced states. There are only two laws to explain the balance or to explain the imbalance, but the triangles are made 3 3. Now three imbalanced states you see here it is. All the three sides, you see, all the three sides are negative. It is imbalance. Any two sides are positive, and one side is negative, that is imbalance. Let's have a look into this, my children. Balance, all three sides are positive. Law 1 for balance is all three sides are positive. Straight away change this first law, all three sides positive now. You convert this word positive into negative, my children, then you will get imbalance law 1. Little bit logical. The same sentence you take it. just change positive into negative, negative into positive, you will get the imbalance. If you know what is balance, you can easily frame imbalance. All three sides are positive, balance one. All three sides are negative, balance one. Now you see the balance. Two sides are negative. See, two sides are negative and one side is positive. Look into this area, my children. One side is positive, two sides are negative and one side is positive, which is balance law number 2. Now the same law you convert, you will get imbalance law number 2. You just say here two sides are positive and one side is negative, you will get the imbalance. You see, here it is how we designed here. Now, my children, try to understand what exactly all the three sides positive. P likes O likes X likes P. So all the three positive, balance. Now, the second law for balance. Two sides are negative. P doesn't like O. Also, P doesn't like X. But O and X likes each other. So O and X are in balance. You see, one side is balance. For example, you see, P is the role of the P is nil here because O doesn't like P, X also doesn't like P. So, but the O and X like each other. This is the situation. You see, here it is. One side is positive, also balance. Now all three negative. All the three. P doesn't like O. P doesn't like O. P doesn't like X. O doesn't like X. All three negative. Imbalance. There is no relation. Now two sides are positive. P likes O, P likes X, but O and X doesn't like each other. Just think any side you can fix it, no problem. You can fix into any side, no issue. P doesn't like O, P doesn't like X, and O and X likes each other. This is the balance law number 2. The same balance law number 2 you can just convert positive negative. You just two sides are positive. P likes O, P likes X, but O and X doesn't like each other. Like you see, a father likes his two children, but both the two are fighting with each other. This is the imbalance law number 2 example. For example, you see three people. With two people we will go to one topic. We'll take topic is the dowry. Ram wants his son to get married his childhood friend Shankar's daughter. Good. So both the side Ram and Shankar side positivity is there. Ram is also demanding some dowry. So dowry, Ram is positive for Shankar's daughter, Ram is positive for the dowry. But Shankar is not ready. Shankar is not ready to pay the dowry. Now in such situation, you see, the change is compulsory. The attitude will change. This kind of imbalance, the imbalance law number 2 is not going to stay for a long time. You see, the father likes the two sons. If the father can make both the two to accept each other, then all the three will become positive. Balance law 1 will come. If the father failed to do this, father decided to go with elder one, he will miss the younger one. If the father decided to go with the younger one, he will miss the elder one. So still again, one side is going to be balanced. So one side positivity is the balance law number 2. If all the three becomes positive here, balance law 1 will come. If any one is becoming positive, one, for example, the father is living for one child and going along with another child. You see the situation of the father here, old man he is. Now, in the matter of the Ram and Shankar and the dowry topic, if you take, if Shankar accepts the dowry and pays the dowry, marriage takes place, all the three will become positive. All the three sides of the triangle will be positive. If Shankar is not ready to pay dowry, he is very strictly committed to his own ideals. Now Ram is able to ignore the dowry, then Ram and Shankar will be positive. So automatically Ram and the dowry will become negative. So one side positivity balance will come here. You see. So see, anyhow this imbalance will turn into balance. This imbalance is not going to stay for a long time as per Fritz Heider's formula. This is the concept of balance law. You take many examples, many applications, you can use it. A father and two daughters, three best friends, or you can take a triangle love story. Any example, you can use it here to explain the concept of balance. Now, let us go to the second law. Second law is cognitive dissonance. Very interesting law, my children, it is. Leon Festinger and Carl Smith are the two psychologists who contributed to the development of this dissonance law. Leon Festinger. Now, the basic idea is that the cognitive components of an attitude must be consonant, means logically in line with each other. The cognitive components of an attitude must be in line with each other. You see, when there is a gap in between these two cognitive components, if you see, this gap is generally called as the cognitive dissonance. First, take an example here. We can say these components of an attitude, basically we will call them as consonants beta. My children, here we will call as consonant. Consonant 1, consonant 2 we are calling. Consonant 1 is basically the major one, here it is. You know, for example, I'm keeping two examples for you. Smoking is injurious to health. That is the consonant 1. You know that smoking is injurious to health. What is the consonant 2? The person says, I smoke. He knows, but he is doing the wrong thing here. You see. He knows and he is doing the same thing. It is wrong. He knows that it is wrong. It is not ethical, but he is doing the same. So you say this is basically the gap here. This gap is called as dissonance. This gap is actually known as dissonance, you see. You take the example, any example you take, alcohol causes liver cancer, you take. The person, he knows the truth that alcohol is damaging the liver, but he is drinking alcohol. So you see, his mindset and his behavior gap actually we are going to see here. You know smoking is injurious to health, you have to give up smoking, or you will, if you are not able to give up smoking, you will have an alternative statement, daily one cigarette, or I'm not the chain smoker. Something, an alternative statement will come. So here again, you see, in the mind is something, in the behavior is something. So this gap is basically the big problem. There should be the balance between the mind and the behavior. When there is no balance between the mind and behavior, that is called dissonance. And this dissonance also not going to stay for a long time. The person will change either his mind or his behavior. So this is the cognitive dissonance law. If an individual finds that two cognitions in an attitude are dissonant, then one of them will be changed in the direction of the consonance. Yes. An individual finds that two cognitions in an attitude are dissonant, then one of them definitely will change, because mutually opposing direction, both the two consonants won't be there. Both the two consonants should go in the same direction. I hope you understand, my children. Thank you.